everybody. Happy, what's today? Tuesday? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Why am I?
Wednesday, boo, Wednesday.
Don't be getting on me
Don't
today.
set us back. Look, we cannot be set back, okay? We
We
will not be
cannot
moved.
be set back. I'm sitting here like, wait, what's today? What's today? I'm trying to slow down the week because the kid is leaving me on Sunday. I'm trying to slow down the week.
Listen, we
But that's right.
apologize that your baby is leaving, but don't slow the rest of
No,
us
but
down,
don't slow the
okay?
rest
Some
of it.
of us
I
got
ain't
some
mad.
destinations to get to.
Listen, people, happy Wednesday. It is Trending Topics Wednesday. And guess what? I had to put this thing on subscriber mode only, meaning that the only way you can comment is if you're a subscriber. Let's just have
Shout out
a
to the
quick
subscribers, Diva, first of all.
time.
Shout out to the subscribers,
Shout
first of
out to the
all.
subscribers. Holla at the subscribers. You know what? And we're going to have a quick public service announcement. Yeah, we are. We're going to have a quick public service. Listen, you got to come up and join us, girlfriend. You know I love to have you. We would love for you to come cut up with us too. And all you got to do is click the link. I drop the link. I usually pin it to the top. And whoever wants to come in the platform and chill with us, y'all can. And we would love to have y'all. Have you? Yes. Okay.
So be here early though.
Yeah, you do gotta be here early. So let me get into this public service announcement. Okay, I can't even talk right now. Public service announcement. So here's the deal I want to kind of tell everybody, right? So last night, once again, but it's no different than a lot of our trending topic nights. It was a passionate conversation. And this what I need to tell the people that's gonna be in the chat, anybody who come up on the panel. A lot of us are like, I'm gonna call the regulars that come up on the panel, right? And let me tell you something. Behind the scenes, for real, there ain't one regular that come up on this panel where we don't have backstage talk and we got nothing. When I tell you nothing but love for each other, nothing but love for each other. And backstage, this is for real talk. Mostly all of them be telling me, I'm coming for you in a minute. That's backstage. Mostly all of them be telling me, Diva, you crazy. And I'm like, no, we're going to talk about it when we get live. Y'all crazy, okay? So we get to that, okay? And we don't catch feelings. We catch the ride. We do the topic. And then once the topic is done, we done. It's a wrap. We ain't holding no feelings. We not doing nothing. But see, what I'm not going to do over here, not for no click, not for no view. I'm not going to allow anybody to be in the comments to start saying negative, derogatory, nasty stuff and calling people names. If you've been with me for a minute, you will even know, because sometimes it goes a little left on the panel and people may start coming at each other. And what do? I abort mission. I shut the train down. I don't want nobody personally arguing with each other. I don't need a click or view. That it don't make sense. I ain't doing that. It doesn't. I don't need to do that because I know that everybody gets passionate about what they speaking about, and that's okay. Have your passion. Don't catch feelings. So do me a favor in the chat. Y'all could come at me. Y'all could be like, Diva, you crazy. Y'all could be like, Diva, we not on the train with you with this one. You out there on your own. But what you can do is you can't be calling people names. You're not going to put a calling name thing in my chat in the comments because I will delete it. And I'm not a comment deleter because there's a lot of people that say a lot of things about me and I just like it and heart it and whatever. I move on. And if I'm feeling it that day, I'll respond to the person. But what you can't do is you can't start calling people names. And let me say this last part here. I don't care if you black, white, yellow, orange. You a girl that sleeps with girls. You a boy that sleeps with boys. You a girl that sleeps with whoever. You a side chick. Now, you know I ain't got no love for the side chick, but you can still come here and chat. I ain't going to bust you down. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you are, what you do, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. It's all fair over here because in my own personal family, I got everything and everybody up under the sun, and we all love each other for who we are and what we are. And that's it, and that's all. Okay. So again, I will repeat this, and maybe I got to do some merch. Maybe I gotta do some merch. Catch the
No,
train.
don't tell your idea. Don't tell your idea. Don't tell
Okay.
your idea.
Okay. All right now.
Yeah. But merch.
Now I might have to do some merch, okay?
We're gonna have to do something. But listen, y'all, we just here to have fun.
Right.
We're here to have a good time. It's nothing, nobody take nothing personal. It may sound personal even with us. Nothing is personal. We just here to have fun, love each other, and express our opinions. Nobody's opinion is wrong. Everybody has a right to their opinion.
Right.
We just ask that it's done respectfully and in love. And once we're done with it, we move to the left and keep on pushing.
To the left, to the left. Listen, Ebony Ditch. Yeah, you said why were we only regulars on the parent? You know why, Ebony? Because people left some nasty comments last night. Because I do go look at my comments. People left some nasty comments, literally naming names and talking about people. And I didn't like it. And I didn't like it. It wasn't nice. I didn't like it. And I just wanted to publicly address that I don't care what you say. Let's not catch feelings and don't be like, oh, Diva. And I'm making this up right now to give you an idea. Diva, you a B. Diva, you a hoe. Diva, you did. Let's not do that. And let me just say this one thing. So thank you, Ebony, for the super chat. One last thing I want to say is too, right? When it comes to any given reality show, whether it's Nene, it's Candy, it's Kenya Moore, it's whoever, I don't know these people. I don't know them. And I wish them all well. But if I have my opinion, is my opinion, just like you have yours. And then the last thing I will say, and this, I promise you, this is going to be the last thing I say. I'm going to board my train. The last thing I want to say is this. People want to tell me I don't let people talk. This is the diva train. This is the diva train. I'm the conductor. And let's be clear. I let people talk. And I interject with my stuff, and that's what keeps the train running. And if you go anywhere else, the actual conductors of their show, they speak anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour in their show, and maybe they let people come up and talk. Some of them don't even look at comments unless they are from subscribers. Some of them don't look at comments unless they're from members. Some of them won't even start nothing until they get a certain amount of likes. But I think I said enough. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? If you come over here, catch the train, don't catch feelings. So listen, let me tell you something. Let's get this in, okay? We're going to get this train started because we got stuff to talk about today, okay? The teachers are losing it. School has just started and the teachers are losing their natural mind. We got a teacher that was drinking on the job. She had to get her little taste because you know your darn kids are driving these teachers crazy. She had to get her little taste. Okay. Then they want to hem her up because she was drunk in the classroom. I'm trying to tell you. Then we got another teacher. What is with these teachers sleeping with the students? If I catch a teacher sleeping with my innocent little man, come
we
on
gonna
now.
Be looking and bucking and ready to fight, okay?
Listen. Come on now.
We pulling up.
With my boo. Then we got this groom, okay? At the engagement party, he outed his fiance. And listen, no disrespect. He said, I ain't marrying this hoe. He said it in front of 150 guests. They thought they was coming for the engagement party. They just wanted to do what? The electric slide or something? I don't know, Gloria. They just came to dance. And he came up to the mic with a whole prepared written speech. She's a hoe. I know she's a hoe, and I ain't marrying this hoe. Boom. All right. Listen, guys. Come on now. David said you knock, you gonna get bucked. Okay, come on now. We about to board this train. Can I get a what, y'all? Choo choo. All aboard, everybody. We got the people on the platform waiting to join us for Trending Topics Wednesday, okay? Let me see who we got on this platform that we gonna bring up in the building. Hey Wayne, hey E, hey Sebastian, hey Felicia.
Hey, yes, you put me next to E.
Oh my God.
Yes. Hey Diva.
Who we got here? Hey Regina.
I got nothing but love for you, baby.
Yes.
Come on now. Well, choo. So you know what? I don't be knowing what story to do first because I don't know which angle y'all gonna be taking. But listen, everybody, make sure y'all purchase your ticket and hit that like button. But I think I'm gonna start with drinking on the job. Drinking on the job. I think I'm gonna start with that one. You know what?
I want you to start with the fiance.
With the fiance. Okay, I'll do the fiance next. But first I'll do drinking on the job. Because y'all need to get your little kids in control. That this teacher felt like she got to get her little taste before she show up to the classroom.
She need AA.
She needs something. But let me share a screen. Y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this story. We're gonna see this teacher story. And y'all gotta let me know, are y'all feeling for the teacher? You're feeling for the teacher. Is this the one I want to show? Let me see. Let me make sure I have the right one up here.
Y'all make sure you're hitting that like button. If
Hit
you're
that
not
like button.
Subscribe to this channel. Chronicles.
All right, I think this is the one I want to show right here. All right, poor thing, Kimberly, the teacher. You come on now. So police video shows the third grade teacher. She a third grade teacher being arrested. They arrested her. Because you wanted to drink a little something on the job, you getting arrested after allegedly being drunk on the first day of school. So, honey, listen.
First day.
I can't stand you when you're in the first day of school, okay? Kimberly's 53. She was allegedly drunk by teaching the students in Perkins, Oklahoma, okay? Kimberly was drunk. Okay, listen, guys. Let's listen up to what she got to say here. Let me make sure you hear this. Okay, I'm going to play this. Listen up.
I don't know how to do this. You're just going to blow into it like you're blowing up a balloon as soon as I take it. All right, ready? Take a big deep breath. Blow, 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 blow. All right, stop. Good job. You gonna tell me the truth? How much you had to drink?
I drank last night.
There's no way you drank last night.
Well, I did drink last night.
Did you drink at school? Is what he's asking you. Tell us the truth.
I didn't drink at school.
That wouldn't blow that right there.
You blew 2 times the legal limit.
I did.
Yeah.
Here's our drink that you had. What's in this drink?
That's a Diet Coke.
Is there anything liquor in it?
Nope.
So if I go into the classroom, am I going to find anything else?
Did you go to your vehicle and drink if we go out and search your car?
No.
So where did the liquor come from? Did you leave campus?
Not today.
Have you? This thing is pretty accurate.
No, I know it is.
So
I know it is.
You blew like a 0.24.
I don't know what that means.
Legal limit's 0.08.
Okay.
Do you drink often?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just trying to understand why.
No, I'm seeing a counselor. I'm seeing a counselor about it. So.
You actually mean it.
He's like, leave me alone. I'm seeing the counselor.
Okay, no more games, right?
Yeah.
Other than that.
Why he being so mean to her?
My juice.
Gonna try again. That there is wine.
I thought that was from yesterday.
Are you drinking up here yesterday?
From home.
He's being mean, the administrator.
Come in the back way, and I'll take her out the back way.
Oh my God.
But she's lied, and Mr. Ogle found a cup that had wine residue in it on her desk. So
why? That's the administrator off to the side. He's being so mean. I mean, she had a little taste. Can somebody just give her a break? She knows she got a problem. She's like, I know. I got a problem. Now there's a longer video of her, and what happened is they kept trying to get her to admit about the drinking, and they asked because they called the husband, somebody, and she kept playing them out. And finally they said, well, now you're getting arrested. Now she wanted to cry when she got arrested. I'm gonna show you a piece of the longer video. But I mean, I know it's a crime drinking in front of the students, but do you gotta arrest her? And does the administrator gotta interrogate her? And they and they trying to he's saying you fired. Come on now, I think that's a little bit too aggressive and too much. But that's my opinion. Wait, let me get this here. We're gonna see just a little bit more. I'm gonna skip parts of this because this thing 35 minutes. But I felt like they could have gave her a little break. They know she got an issue.
Kimberly, come on in here and have a seat.
Okay.
I want to visit.
All right.
So, just observing you in classroom, it looks like something's off a little bit. And so I've asked Officer Dean to come in here and visit with it. Have you taken anything that's, do you have a prescription for anything that maybe you have taken today that just seems like you're not the same person that I talked to this morning?
I did take some medication last night to help me with sleep because I have some anxiety stuff, but that's I can't think of the name of it right now, but I could look it up when I get home.
Okay. So you haven't taken anything while you were at school?
No.
Okay. Now, one thing I would tell you is, for your employment, I want you to be truthful.
Okay.
And so, would you be willing to take a breathalyzer test?
If I needed to, yeah.
Okay. You don't have to, but if you're willing to do it, that helps us.
Have you taken any sort of medication today?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you taken any medication today?
I did take some medication this morning for my anxiety.
What did you take this morning?
I think it's called clozapine. I'm not very good with that.
Did you take it here at school?
I took it this morning.
While you were here?
Yeah, right before I came in. Yes.
Okay.
Is that a prescription? Because you changed your story a little bit. Now
Yeah,
you
you said it was
said
last night.
Why are you doing
Well, I
that?
took one last night and then I took one this morning because my anxiety was really like that
Well, that's understandable, but I just need you. So what time did you take it?
this morning.
Whenever you took it last. What time was that?
I'm not really for sure.
Where's it at? In your car? In your classroom?
No, I had one. I took it I put it in my pocket and then I took it.
You put it in your pocket?
Because I didn't want to bring the whole bottle in.
You do know that if it's a narcotic, you have to have it in the bottle, right? Or you can be charged with it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's got to be in the prescription bottle.
Yeah.
So I want you to understand that I care very much about you. Okay. And I need to make sure you're okay. I need to make sure that you're safe, and I've got to make sure that the kids are safe. So we're just trying to help you and make sure everything's okay. Okay. Because this is, your demeanor, like I told you earlier, is just a lot.
Emergency.
It's just a lot different. So if there is anything that you need to cover, please call me so that we can help you.
I mean, I am having a hard time with some depression stuff, and I
Did you drink something while you were here at school?
not while I was at school
When did you drink something?
last night.
Oh.
Not here at school? Because it seemed that it changed. I mean, your demeanor kind of changed. Anything here at school?
She shouldn't have said nothing.
Oh, I wouldn't bring it into the school.
Okay.
Are you going to blow double zeros?
I don't know.
You should know. If you hadn't drank anything, you should blow zeros. If you drank something recently, it's going to show it. Well, we'll just find out. You should know. Makes me think that you are not going to.
Okay, so what's going to happen?
I'm not going to do anything with you.
Well, I'm asking Mrs. Bowles.
Well, I'm just going to be honest, Kimberly. I'm concerned about you. I have a responsibility to take care of the kids.
Right.
And it's not gonna be my decision.
It's my decision. So let's see what happens.
Oh,
All right, you're gonna blow into it like you're blowing up a balloon,
Give
okay?
me.
And you're gonna keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Till I tell you to stay. Till I tell you to stop, okay?
All right.
All right, give it a second.
They already know she ain't gonna pass that test.
I don't know how to do this.
You're just gonna blow into it like you're blowing up a balloon as soon as I tell you to. All right, ready? Take a big deep breath. Blow, 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 blow. All right, stop. Good job.
Mm-mm.
You gonna tell me the truth? How much you had to drink?
I drank last night.
There's no way you drank last night.
Well, I did drink last night.
Did you drink at school? Is what he's asking you. Tell us the truth.
I didn't drink at school.
That wouldn't blow that right there.
You blew 2 times the legal limit.
I did.
Yeah.
that she brought
So
up.
drink, yeah, what's in this drink?
That's a Diet Coke.
Is there anything liquor in it?
Nope.
So if I go into the classroom, am I gonna find anything else?
Did you go to your vehicle and drink if we go out and search your car?
No.
So where did the liquor come from? Did you leave campus?
Not today.
Have you? This thing is pretty accurate.
No, I know it is.
So-
I know it is.
I'm gonna push it up some because they doing her
Yeah.
dirty.
So I need somebody to come pick you up.
Kim. I know I've been having a hard time. I just, am I gonna get fired? Just,
Honestly, yes.
Ain't he a mess? Yes.
Or you can resign.
He's better than me. I'll do it harsher.
That cannot happen.
He's so mean.
Baby, you won't want this like teach your kid
it's in my
neither.
blood system, and that's why it's,
Unless you were drank a shit ton
well,
at like 8 o'clock this morning, I don't know how you could still be that high.
I did drink a lot last night.
How much did you drink?
I don't, too much.
What do you drink?
He said too much.
One.
So how many bottles of wine did you drink?
We had the blocks.
Did you drink a whole box of wine?
Half a box.
And you stopped drinking at like 3 this morning?
Presley Johnson, please come to the
Uh,
office. Presley
The problem
Johnson.
is they said you were
Please
fine
come
this
to the
morning,
office.
and then now recently they've noticed a difference.
See, and that's weird to me. That's that I was okay this morning. I would think that it would be.
Which makes me think that you've drank recently.
I would think. I could see like this morning, but I couldn't see like.
JP
After that.
Profit and Kaylee Richmond, please
I
come to
think you
the
drank
office.
recently,
JP
like
Profit,
probably while
Kaylee
you were at school.
Richmond, and Presley Johnson, please come to the office.
So
Why they
your
doing this to her?
options are we call somebody to pick you up, you come visit us tomorrow. 2, you get
She ain't want her
I
husband.
won't even let you get your vehicle. I'll just arrest you right now for public intox.
Please don't do that.
Then you should probably find a ride.
Can I make that happen myself?
Right now,
Do I have to do it right here?
yes, we need to know somebody's
yeah.
we're not leaving, he's not gonna leave here till somebody picks you up.
So either you leave in a vehicle or you leave in my vehicle. One of the two.
She's seriously thinking. Come on,
Thinking
Kim.
how she gonna get away.
Yeah.
So who are we calling?
Oh my God.
She embarrassed.
All right, she want them call her husband. I'm gonna speed it up some more because it's a lot.
Other than that,
You know when it got the cup out of the
My juice.
Gonna try again. That there is wine.
I thought that was from yesterday.
Are you drinking up here yesterday?
Well, I brought it from home. I was in there to that this morning. Did you get my phone?
this in here, I'm whatever you want.
Well, I mean,
Is my phone in here?
He is
I
so
didn't go through your
mean.
back. That's
You
you said
can.
first. I know, but my thing is,
yeah, I mean,
that's all I need.
yeah.
Did you get my phone?
You said your phone was in the purse.
Well, I thought it was on the desk, but it's okay.
Are you gonna call someone?
Well, I don't. I used to have everybody's numbers, but
You gonna get your phone and call someone?
well,
Is it not in there?
I thought it was on the desk.
He is so mean.
It's on the desk.
I'm gonna speed up a little more. They're gonna lock up.
Just hang out. Bro.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They taking private information. That's why there's no sound.
Please. I'll call somebody. I have somebody right here in town that will
Nope.
come get me.
Too late.
Please.
What's your date of birth, Kimberly?
Please, just let me. Can we?
Hey,
just work
I'm
this?
not doing it. I'm not doing it. You had your chance to be honest,
Well,
and,
I did.
and then you wiped us out.
But please let me call.
I should charge you with tampering with evidence.
Please let me.
No,
let me call.
no, it is over. No more. No more. I'm done.
Officer, please.
No.
I've never done anything bad in my whole life.
What is your date of birth?
5/7/1970. Please let me call somebody. Please, I will call somebody right now.
Everything got body camera.
Huh? I've got a friend right here in Perkins.
No,
Please,
you're under arrest.
please don't do this.
It's too late.
No, please. I can't do this. Please. Please, officer, please. No, please.
Okay, I'm gonna speed it up because she getting arrested. She waited too long.
Yeah. Yep. Your first name, Kimberly? Is that your legal first name? Is your driver's license in Oklahoma?
Yes. Please don't arrest me. Please let me just call a friend to come and get me. I'll call a friend. I'll do whatever I have to, but please don't arrest me. Please.
Hello.
Please don't do.
Stand up.
Can you just?
No, I said I'm done.
No, just no. Can I just walk out without the handcuffs
No.
on? No, please just let me walk out.
No, it's policy.
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna cuff you up front. If you're gonna keep running your mouth, you're gonna get cuffed behind you.
Wait. Can I just talk to you for a second? Please. Please don't.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I don't want to.
You want to go to jail with
No.
multiple charges?
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please don't do this. Please, I just want to talk to you. Can you just talk to me?
Put your hands behind your back.
Please, will you just please talk to me?
And they making her walk out.
I'm not saying you are.
Please. Can't we just
No, talking's over.
Please.
You've done nothing but lie and not listen.
Well, no. Can't you just give me another?
No. Another chance is over.
Please, 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 please.
Let's go. We grab that cup.
Want to go out the front?
No. Please don't. Please don't have me go out the
You can
front.
go right this way and then go around back to the cafeteria. Is that where you're at?
were,
I do need her keys to the building, if you know where those are.
There's some.
Drink at school. I told you I drank.
Well, you had a cup with wine
That was
in it on your desk in your classroom.
Yesterday.
That one came in. I don't.
Came in this double one, didn't it? Well, no, we came in this one right here.
Get her out the school before the kids come.
Walk her out the front door.
Okay. Nah.
That's why they're walking her out of the cafeteria, because the kids are in classes and they don't want to walk where the kids are.
She gonna tell them thank you. Poor thing.
Why does this school look like a prison, kind of?
It does, right? This poor thing. She just had a little taste.
She had more than a little taste.
Thank you for taking me around this way.
Go this way.
Oh, did you hear? She said thank you.
He's gonna look in her bag. There's some keys in her bag. I just don't know if it's a school key.
All right, that's it. That administrator, he was mean.
No, Diva. He was not.
He was a little mean. He was a little
No,
mean.
Diva.
He had to do it like that.
Diva. A
Well,
little
I'll
sick
you
could
one
cost
second,
lives.
Sebastian. Roy, yeah, she just had a little taste. She just had a little taste. That's it. Did she need to get locked up?
Defunct the diva, Roy.
You know,
Roya, you better speak your truth, Roya. You better deliver to me.
I'm gonna speak my truth, but that's one thing you know I do. You know, I was here for sis. You know, sometimes you gotta have a little drink, sometimes you gotta have a little smoke. What? You start lying when you just completely flat out lying and the evidence is sitting right on the daggone desk. Like, really, ma'am? Like, no, you got to go. You got to go. We gave you an opportunity to be honest. We gave you an opportunity. The lady done told you she cared about you. I'm concerned about you. You even had the opportunity to pick up the phone and call somebody. You so embarrassed and don't want to tell your family that you down at the middle school drinking, the elementary school drinking in front of the 3-year-olds. Probably they try to figure out why you stumbling around the blocks, stepping on their fingers and toes. Bro, what are we doing? You are drunk with the third graders. Ain't no, I just can't imagine that third graders would be this bad. And normally when you in those lower levels, you have a teacher's assistant with you. Like, you know, I know the teaching, you know, the teachers are they're limited right now. But dang, honey, like you couldn't wait until you got off work. Like all of us have a little problem. All of us got a little something, and we try to wait at least until we off the clock to do it. But you can't, ma'am. Like
she came to school. She came to school, Toasty. They had her another cup.
Like,
you know why they got pissed too? She tried to wipe out the cup that they brought in the room. I couldn't show you the whole video. The thing is 30-something minutes long. The cup that they brought in the room, she wiped it out.
That's why I had residue still in it, because she tried to wipe it out. Girl, I'm sorry.
And they said, "Can we call your husband?" She kept saying, "No, don't call my husband." So she got herself locked up. But I think the administrator was so mean. You know she got a problem. Cut her some slack. He's like, "Oh, the cup right there. That's all I need to know." And no, you're not gonna have your job. He had to say all that right there.
He definitely did out for her. He's had it out for her for a while.
He did.
That because that was real personal. The way he was just like.
Absolutely
invested in making sure that he blew in that alcohol, you know, blower, that every cup was smelled and checked. And like he was too invested. Like somebody said it in the chat. Somebody was hating and then snitched on her. Like somebody was hating.
Yeah, somebody's definitely snitched on her. Thank you, so Tommy fan 84. Thank you so much for the super chat singing "Locked Up, They Won't Let Me Out." Wayne, what are your thoughts?
This is not her first rodeo.
Yeah.
This ain't her first rodeo.
Yeah.
And she been able to talk her way out of a wet paper bag. But it didn't work this time. I love it when she said, okay, I'm gonna call. No. He stood his ground. Said no. She got more grace than she should have. I mean, because it take a cold thug to lie to your face, and the evidence is sitting right there.
Listen, when she blew that thing, she said, what's the point? What does that mean?
She do her world. She know what it meant. And she don't want her husband to know, because this ain't the first time she done pulled this.
You know, you speaking facts. Yeah, you speaking facts. You speaking facts. Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't the first time. So lock her up, straight from the jump, public intoxication. Let her stay in jail overnight. Let it wear off. She wake up in the morning.
She said she had a half a box of wine. Ooh, she was getting it.
But you know what, Diva and Wayne and everybody, it makes me wonder, why are you drinking this much, and why did you not want to tell your husband? Something is going on in that household that she is drinking the way she is. There's something deeper going on, and
well,
that
she
does
did
make
say
me
she had a therapist. She did say she had a therapist.
Still, even the fact that you don't want to tell your husband, it was given to me, like, now that we're kind of talking about it and I'm thinking back on it, like, what is this husband doing to you?
Yeah, I don't know.
She might be driving him crazy.
Yeah, she just wanted to have a little taste. I mean, she is dealing with the third graders. She wanted a little taste, and she thought she was doing fine. She was like, "Oh,
Diva, look, she was digging that hole deeper and deeper. She talked about the blue cup. She said, "Oh, I thought that was from yesterday."
And then when she said that was her juice. That was her juice. Yeah, that's your juice.
And then she gonna tell the guy. She said, "Well, it seemed like you were acting a little bit more different than you were this morning." She said, "Oh, really? I thought it would be the other way around." She might as well just go on and jump in that hole.
Oh my God, E, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, E? She just wanted a little taste. That's all.
Well, in my humble opinion, it's too many parents ready to ship their kids off to an institute of learning, and they don't even grasp how the institution is conditioning their child to be inferior to the system of patriarchy and racism around them. In some instances, a lot of these kids are being conditioned to be nonchalant and unintelligent loudmouths with anger problems. That's first. It's a lot of parents who don't even know what to do with their kids when it comes to their studies. They can't even help these kids with their homework. And so to ship them off somewhere for 8 hours a day and let them tear up somebody else's building and eat somebody else's food is A-okay with them. For me, and I speak for me, when someone takes on the responsibility to care for children, it is a decision of ethics, heart, and overall humanity. I guess that's the best way I can say it, because it's a hard job to do. There are a lot of thankless days, and you'll never be able to complete all of the duties that are assigned to you. A lot of teachers have made videos on YouTube, and I challenge everybody in the chat to go and look them up. Teachers will tell you that they do not feel supported by the administrators. Calling the parents don't help. And contrary to popular belief, teachers of younger grades do not always get teachers' assistants, or they're not co-taught classes unless you are working with children with certain disabilities. In general ed, a lot of kids can be unruly because a lot of today's modern parents, and I'm not talking about everybody, but a lot of today's modern parents are spiritually deprived. And that them being spiritually deprived, these kids have no cognizance of what's right and wrong anymore. There's no balance. So simply put, even if this woman was drinking on the job, which is 1000% wrong, this teacher still has rights. If she said that she is on medication and she stated that she is under the care of a mental health physician, there are other elements at play here. Other elements, excuse me. She can beat this case. And I know a lawyer who will take it. That woman should have done herself a favor and said, I want my attorney, I want my attorney, I want my attorney. These are not her friends. She said she is going through a hard time, and the interrogator said, we want to help. Oh, spaghetti you do. I'm willing to bet 5 stacks and put it on the table right now. This is not the first time that this teacher has mentioned to someone in that school that she is having a hard time and that she needs some help. And even if she didn't say it verbally, the people who are supposed to be watching the teachers, because that's what the administrative staff is there for. Nobody noticed that this person was struggling or that there were certain nuances and they needed to pay attention. Like, there should be checks and balances in place for this type of thing. And I challenge everybody to consider this, because this is my last point. There are so many parents who drink, smoke, and do all kinds of drugs with their kids in the next room. Windows be just as fogged up like a chimney in December. And some of these parents don't even know what the heck is going on in the same house as their kids. So if some of these parents need a drink to deal with their own kids, what do you think these teachers need after a long day? They're not just dealing with your little Johnny or your spelling bee champion Samantha. It's about 4 classes a day. On average, 30 kids in each block, which is about 120 kids a day. That's a lot of emotional and mental energy being spent. Cut this woman some slack.
All jokes aside, I do feel like they should have cut us some slack, and I feel like the administrator of the school was being really mean. And even if he was dealing with her for a long time with this, I felt like he had no grace and mercy. Obviously, she got a problem, and he was just I just felt he was being a little mean. Love is Mimi. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this today. She said, I dealt with an unenlivened today with a 5th grader. I'm taking it you're a teacher and or in that type of field, and prayers out to the family and all the students and whoever else maybe witnesses. So I had to deal with it also, and prayers out to you too. Because listen, one thing I know for sure, teaching ain't easy. But another thing I do know, they do need to remove an intoxicated teacher from the classroom for so many reasons. But all jokes aside, elements of her situation, was funny to look at or whatever. But on the flip side, I really did feel like that administrator, he was being super messy. He had no grace. And either way, she was about to get in trouble. So I didn't think he had to be as harsh as he did. Even when he brought back from the room the cup that she clearly had some wine in and whatever else the case may be, you could see looking at this woman that she was in trouble. And normally, no matter what you're addicted to, part of addiction, they start to lie because they're in a denial and they're embarrassed. She was embarrassed enough to know that initially she didn't want to call a friend. She thought, like you said, Wayne, that she could talk her way out of it because she probably normally did. And then when she waited too late, when they had enough of her and told her you can't call nobody, that's when all of a sudden she was ready to make some phone calls, but her grace period was over. Sheila said, my husband had a similar situation. However, he handled them with care and support. He definitely did not allow them to drive home. Yeah, thank you, Sheila. Yeah, definitely she didn't need to drive home, but I felt like I think the cop would have been a little more lenient had the administrator been a little more lenient. But because the administrator had all that energy and she was playing games, it gave the cop more energy. Adele, what are your thoughts? Thank you, Sheila.
Hello?
Yeah, you got it, Adele? Or you want me to come back? Come back? I can't hear you. Come back. Okay, I'll come back. In my opinion, I'll come back after in my opinion and see if you're ready. Okay. All right.
Okay. So first of all, let me tell you something. First of all, when she said she took clozapam, okay, I know about clozapam. You're not supposed to drink with clozapam.
Right.
Because if you drink with it, what happens is you get drowsy, you get loopy. Sometimes your blurry is visioned. Your vision is blurry. I done had spells where I got dizzy and just passed out. Clozapam is very strong. It's for your anxiety. And I'm just saying, she should know better. I mean, as old as she is, if she's been on this medication for a while, she should know better than to mix drinking with clozapam. With that being said, clearly her judgment was not there. And at the rate that she was going to put those kids in danger. So I am glad that they got her out of their facility because God forbid something happened to somebody's kid. Okay, that's who we got to have grace for. We got to have grace for those kids because no parent sends their child to school for something to happen to them because there's somebody that's there out of their right mind drinking and on the medication at the same time. Like, you don't want to have to deal with a lawsuit on top of that. I get what you said. The administrator was hard. I think his job is hard. You know what I'm saying? He's over the whole faculty, the whole staff. He can't show no signs of weakness. He's the big boss. Like, he has to have a tough head. He has to lead with strong hands. And as far as this lady, I don't feel bad for her because they sat here with her for a while and told her she could call somebody, even brought her purse to her. She's sitting there playing with them like this is a game, okay? They brought the cup. They smelt the cup. They like, look, it's wine in here. She said, oh, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep playing dumb with me. Okay, bet. I'm surprised he gave her this much time. Had it been us, we wouldn't have had that grace.
That part.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I will say, I got to go back to Adele. The thing is, though, I will say this, and maybe finally, maybe, I don't know, me and Adele might connect here, is that, you know, when you at a level like that, you are supposed to know how to handle all situations, or maybe that's not the position for you. So yes, he does have to protect the kids, and you got her out the classroom. So she's out the classroom. You know you're not going to send her back. And you could clearly see that this woman is in distress and has problems too. And she clearly said, even if she's trying to be manipulative, she clearly said, I have a therapist. I do have problems. I suffer with depression. And normally when somebody's addicted to something, the lies come, and you know, all of that in above. And I think her not calling her family was the embarrassment part. And she really thought they was gonna let her go home. Maybe she should have said, can I call an Uber? You know, and y'all watch me get in the Uber and I'll go home. But she was really, I think, more anything versus not really calling them. She didn't want the embarrassment and all of that and them having to come get her, but she made it worse for herself because she ended up getting locked up. So my mom worked in the post office. That's where she retired from. And when they had people that had, and I'm sure this is other jobs too, they had people that had drug addictions, alcohol addiction, or whatever. Their first thing was, okay, they put the people in rehab. Okay, so the rehab was an option, but he straight up told her, you're losing your job. You're gonna come here and lose your job. And she asked, I didn't get to show it because it's a 30-minute body cam video. She also asked, like, do I get a second chance? And he was like, nope. So his approach seemed a little bit harsh. But I do hear what you're saying, in my opinion. But I just felt like his approach seemed a little bit harsh because clearly she's ill too, right? So do we just kick her to the curb? But I'm gonna shut up. Adele, you're up.
I do agree with you, but I also agree with everything my opinion said. I'm the person that's always into love and support, and I do love and support her. But when it comes to kids, all bets are off. I believe that she does need help, but if something happened to a kid in the room and she needed to respond and help that kid, or the kid would die, the kid would die because she doesn't have the reflex. She couldn't even realize that in that situation, knowing all that she had, she should not have took that breathalyzer. Even after the administrator said to her, you don't have to take it. You don't, she doesn't have a lawyer. She doesn't have her union there. She has no one to help represent her. And still she took it. Like, she's lying to herself and she's lying to everybody else. And if you ever watch an intervention, one of the things they tell you, you need to be brutally honest with these people because they need the help. Right now, she's at a place where she needs the help and she needs that honest. The best thing that administrator could have told her at that time was, and he said it, to be honest with you, yeah. That part, the other part, I think he was being a little bit mean. But I also think he was upset because he was probably thinking, how dare you come in as a teacher into the school with these kids and be drunk? Like, what are you thinking? But at the same time, it's like, I don't think this should be public. It's like embarrassment on top of the embarrassment. She didn't even want to call her family and her friends. Like, this is a lot. I don't necessarily agree with all this extra stuff on her because she already has a problem. She already like I feel for her like to the utmost. But then when you look at all the other layers and the other things, then it's kind of like you have to figure out: am I going to sacrifice?
Adele, we can't hear you. Yeah, I'll come back. Felicia.
All right, so I watched how many minutes that was, and I'm listening. I'm a very good listener, so I want to get this right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's what's her name? Rochelle. Yeah,
Kimberly.
Kimberly. Yeah. Okay. So let's be compassionate. You can see that she said she got a therapist. She don't know day from night.
Here it come.
The blue cup, she thought it was yesterday, but no, it was today. Can you call? Oh, where's my phone? So we got all this compassion. She's sitting there and she don't know a lot of stuff. But I watched that damn tape and she knew when to resist arrest. Okay? She sure knew how to get bold and brave when they're going to put the clinks on her.
Mm.
And when that wasn't being too successful, now she wants to plead the white woman tears.
Oh, Lord.
If that had been a woman looked like me, she would have had her weave pulled off. She'd have been bloodied in the face. She would have lost some shoes. There would have been 6 people in there throwing her down to the ground.
Mm.
And they wouldn't have given her that kind of grace.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand teachers are overworked, classroom is full, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But you let an active shooter be in that school with anyone under the influence who cannot respond to love and protect those children, it's a whole different conversation. So I agree with Wayne. I hope they took her in, let her sober up, let her call her doctor, and then go on, what's that thing, sabbatical leave or whatever, and never return to the classroom. Because as one of the folks in the chat said, she drove to work under the influence too. So, out with all the compassion. I'm grateful they locked her up.
Jamie said, yes, Stephen, she was distressed. Don't tell me they don't have numbers for her and everyone in case of emergency. They could have called it. Sure they do. I did school nursing. Sure they do. No one can be up in that school. Now, whether the number work or not is a whole nother thing, but no one can be up in that school without you having all the emergency paperwork filled out. And who do you call in the case of emergency? Jamie, that's facts. But we'll carry on. Sebastian?
This story is kind of weird for me because I'm very young and you all know this. I've been in a situation where a teacher was drunk before. And this teacher, she's lucky because the teacher that was drunk for me was arrested in front of our faces as students.
Oh my God.
Yes. It was.
Good God.
Flashbacks to Sebastian.
I've been in a situation like
They
that.
arrested her in front of the kids.
They should have arrested her in front of the kids. They should have had an assembly and say no to alcohol.
And it was
Was you
worse.
clutching your pearls, Sebastian?
It was worse. It was worse. It was worse. This was in high school. This was in high school.
They arrested the teacher in front of the kids.
This was in high school. This was in high school. So the administrator used it as a public service announcement and told us this is why you don't drink at work or school, guys. When she was cuffed out. This woman does not deserve any compassion of any kind.
Wow.
The only compassion she deserves is from her therapist, but clearly it's not working because you're coming to work drunk. So clearly the therapy's not working. You need to get a new therapist. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. If you can come up here, be around third graders. So I'm guessing they're like 7, 8, or 9. Those are the ages of third graders.
Mm-hmm.
And be drunk, you are traumatizing those third graders.
They
Their-
probably didn't even know.
Her last name is
fine.
Coates. She is traumatizing these third graders.
Mm.
I would never want to see a drunk person at that age. Absolutely not. Be all funny and like, no, I don't want to see that. I really don't. In the third grade, I'm glad I did not see that in the third grade. I saw it in the 11th grade, but I've never seen that in the third grade. She committed a crime if she came to work drunk. She
Mhm.
did a DUI.
Okay.
God forbid there was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Something could have happened.
Right.
And I want people to know this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol is a drug.
Mm-hmm.
It is a depressant.
Mm-hmm.
Marijuana, weed, is also a drug.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot use that and come to school. You cannot do that and drive to school. If you do, you must be held by the law accountable. You cannot do these type of things.
Right, I'm gonna need you to stop.
No, because this is facts. Do you know how many people
It is
smoke
facts.
weed before
He's talking
work?
facts.
Every morning.
He's
Every
talking
morning.
facts.
He is
He's
speaking
talking
facts,
facts.
but the thing is, it's still wrong. Just because people do it doesn't make it right.
But y'all
And-
slamming Miss Thane up for her taste that she had in her cup, okay? And how they slammed her up in the conference room and she all nervous.
Now, Diva, you a nurse. 2.4 ain't a sip, okay? You a nurse. You know 2.4 ain't a sip.
No, she was triple the time. Listen, hold on 1 second. But what E is saying is facts. Y'all okay with the weed head teacher teaching your kid smelling like weed? Okay, smelling like weed, going out in
I don't want the weed head teaching my teacher neither.
in the car like this.
I don't want the weed head. I don't want the cocoa drinker. I don't want none of that teaching mine, okay?
Yeah, you always bring it back, E. Come on, drop the facts on the people, okay? Y'all know how many people smoke weed every day before work? Every morning I drive past a car with their windows down at 6 a.m. and you smell smoke weed every day? Holla to Sherelle and Perry. Smoke weed every day. Come on now.
No, you didn't, Diva.
It's Royer's hair bob for me.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm going to Vegas.
Okay. Regina.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
had a taste. I'm sorry. What happened?
I want to mention this as well.
Go ahead, Sebastian. I'm sorry.
That teacher in high school, the thing is, we actually thought something was wrong with her. The students are the ones who called 911 because she was already vomiting.
Well,
she was already doing all these things.
Yeah,
she was not walking correctly. We thought she was having a stroke. It was that bad. But when they did come, they did find alcohol as well in her bag. They did find things with her. So I'm sorry, she needs to be held accountable. And I'm just gonna say this: we all know if this woman was melanated 10 shades darker, she would not be this would not be the result of it. We all know this. This would not be the result, and all of us up here would not be defending her.
Sebastian, I don't want to do the black white thing today. They did this is whether she was black, white, yellow, orange, she still got cuffed, and that administrator treated her dirty. She might as well have been black.
Don't go to work drunk.
He came in there with the cup. See, he kept telling the cop. He pretty much was telling the cop, just arrest her already. That's what he was really doing. And he sat there and told her to her face that she ain't had no job. So she might as well have a 10. She was treated just like a black girl. Regina,
he handled it though, Diva. He handled it though.
Yeah, he handled it. Yeah, he treated her dirty. He was treating her. He was giving her smoke from the minute she walked in the room. He was giving her mad smoke. Regina, what are your thoughts?
Well, I wanted to say what I find interesting is that nobody said that it's like not even allowed. You're not even allowed to drive near a school with alcohol, drugs, anything like that.
True.
Around the school. So, for me, I don't have any sympathy for her either. I echo Felicia and IMO on that one, like I feel like she knew what she was doing. She got good enough chances to me, to make the right choice about her future at the time.
Right.
But I don't think she deserves any leniency. I don't think that the administrator was wrong, and like the lady that just came on there and said people that, smoke weed. The difference is that the weed teacher might have or whoever smoking weed threw that out. It shouldn't come to the campus. She had paraphernalia, the drink in a cup. She leaning. She don't know where her phone at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think the two really, you could compare the two. I just never seen any person on marijuana act the way a person is when they smoking weed. I just never seen that. Maybe an older person, you know what I'm saying? But no, I don't know. But I just don't think she deserves any leniency at all.
Y'all not cutting this Kimberly no slack.
Kimberly,
I'm sorry, Kimberly. I'm sorry, Kimberly. Okay, Diva to a manager.
Oh, and Diva, can I also say this too?
Yes.
I know that one lady said that she has a right to an attorney. She does have a right to an attorney, but she's gonna lose it. The fact of the matter is, in her contract, and Diva, you worked in the school, in the contract, and if everybody been to school, you sign student conduct, you know all of that stuff. It's not supposed to be on the property, period. If they would have threw you up against the wall, they would have threw you up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? We probably would have felt like it was wrong, but I'm just saying you're breaking the law. And ignorance of the law doesn't excuse you from the law.
Yeah, that's why she kept, but she knew a little bit. That's why she kept saying, "Nah, I wasn't drinking in the school."
But everybody is
that's why
entitled
when
to
he
due
bought that
process.
cup, when he bought that cup, that she probably did drink something out of that cup this morning. She was like, "Nah, I don't know what you're talking about," and she tried to wipe the cup out. Like I said, I didn't get to play it all, but she did try to wipe the cup out, and that's when the cop really got pissed at her.
Also,
Wait, Diva. No, because everybody,
Okay,
hold on.
E,
Everybody,
give me a minute, E, though. Let me let Julia speak on this, and then I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Julius, what are your thoughts? She just wanted a little taste.
I don't care if she wanted a little taste of Mary Poppins, merry-go-round. She knew better.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know better, you do better.
Oh.
She was entrusted to teach one of our many babies. Now, not my babies personally, but one of our many babies. And as the many aunties and uncles, we got a call for her to be held accountable. Same thing if we was watching her babies. We would be held accountable if we was doing the same thing. It's not apples and oranges. Now, because she was drinking an actual liquid substance, alcohol, it really does alter the brain. Now, I haven't seen that with weed. I'm a frank. I ain't gonna lie. But
she was 3 times the legal limit. She
was turned up.
She was turned. She was like, "Hey, like, no, you when you're there, supposed to do a job, and it's not turn up time. It's church time. You're supposed to be teaching the babies now the ABCs and now children. Becky, now recite the words on the board. That's what she's supposed to do. I ain't got time for the foolery.
Come on, Manuel. She just has some liquid courage. I'm sorry.
I don't care if she has courage with Peter Pan and Mary Magdalene. She knows.
She was turned up. But I see that 90% of the panel don't got no grace for her. Y'all not even trying to let her go to the rehab, get a second chance program, nothing. Y'all just done with her. Okay. She
already in counseling that it still ain't helping, Diva. I mean, what you want me to do?
Kimberly, I'm sorry. They ain't got no mercy for you. They done. Said you was turned up.
Let her go get her.
What if she touched someone's kid inappropriately while drunk? What would we say then? What would we say if she touched someone's kid inappropriately while drunk?
Well, man, we already know it was something else happened. I mean, Sebastian, we already know something else happened because they said she was acting different from when she was acting this morning. Now, I want to know what happened.
See, she was drinking. That's because she was drinking. So they said when she probably came in the morning, she was probably partly sober. And then by the time, she finished that last cup, she was really, not good. That's what I took as that.
She was stumbling over the kids for reading time.
Go ahead.
So I just want to mention the thing about the lawyer. I worked at a school for 10 years. If you're in the school, you get a union rep. which is basically your lawyer in the school with any kind of administrative stuff. But once you get arrested,
Adele, your
Oh my
thing keeps
God.
cutting off,
Why is he
Adele.
cutting out?
Adele, you talking to us, but we don't hear you. I know. I'm
Well,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay.
Kimberly did it.
Okay, go
What?
ahead, E, really quickly, because I want to move from this story because y'all don't like Kimberly. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I've already said her being drunk or drinking is 10,000% wrong. However, that doesn't negate that you deserve representation, period. That's the Sixth Amendment. I hear what Adele was trying to say, but and I wish she would have had the opportunity to finish. But the Sixth Amendment guarantees everyone the right to counsel. And if you cannot afford one, one will be provided to you. So that doesn't give them the right to throw her against the wall or whatever the case. No, everybody has a right to due process. So she should have said, I want my attorney, I want my attorney, I want my attorney, period.
and
Yeah,
more than one thing
I
can be
think
right
she
at the
played
same
around
time.
too long and she messed up. And I didn't know public intoxication was a crime. I don't drink,
It
right?
is.
I really didn't know that until he said it. And I forgot that yes, you are correct. Any drugs or alcohol around or in the school is definitely a no-no. So she should have known that they was cutting her a lot of slack by allowing her to either call the husband or whatever. But I'm gonna go back to Wayne. She done played this game before and she thought she was going to get over. And then she played with them too long and they got sick of her. And then when they brought that cup that proved that she was probably drinking in the classroom, that's when they was done with her. And Jamie, I'm so sorry to hear this. My condolences to your family. May your cousin rest in peace. And you know what? Here's the thing with the street.
What?
With the street drugs, so to speak, you don't know what these people are putting in it. They're telling the kids that they're giving them, weed, so to speak, and they add all of this stuff to it because they want the kids to get addicted, and it's so sad. On a side note, as I slide into the next story, if anybody has Netflix, watch that series Painkillers. It will change your life. In I don't want to say too much. Watch the series. That's all I can say. I was like, oh my God, watch Painkillers. It's 6 episodes. I promise you, you will not be disappointed and you will look at prescription medications differently. That's all I want to say. Now I'm going to slide into the next story because we're on the teachers, right? And let me just make sure I have this story right here up, right? Here's another teacher. You know what I'll never understand in my life? I will never understand an individual that is an adult and they're attracted to a child. I will never get that. This particular teacher, yeah, you know what? I would have. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say is yeah. A lot of them are. That's a yes. I'll just say that. But we'll maybe have to get into that conversation a whole nother day. But I'm finally, and I would have never said yes to that before, but I'm saying yes to that, which statement you just wrote up there, Michelle, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly. So this particular teacher was in a relationship with a 14-year-old.
What?
A 14-year-old. I'm gonna bring up the story. And I like, how are you attracted to a child? And then how are you a teacher messing with the kids that are under your watch? And to me, this particular individual, you need to spend the rest of your life in jail. The rest of your life. Let me share this screen. And that's why today was like, what about the teachers? Like the teachers are losing it. So let me bring up this chick right here. So a Wisconsin private Christian school teacher accused of SAing, and listen guys, please be easy with your words when we go around to talk about this particular story, because y'all know how YouTube is. Accused of SAing a student. Buy him a GUN. Buy him a pow pow for his birthday. She's a sick puppy and she spent the rest of her life in jail. So a private school, a teacher at a private Christian school in Wisconsin has been accused of SAing an 8th grade student in buying him a pow pow with the ammunition for his 14th birthday. This is a teacher, or was a teacher. Taisha, 34, allegedly met the victim when he was her student at the Pilgrim Lutheran School, okay, last fall. Court documents state that she and the student traded more than 2,200 text messages. You're sick. Some of which allegedly contain nude images and flirtatious language. Just for all the parents out there, when your children have a phone at this age, you can set it up so that every phone call, text, and everything they do, it pop on your phone too. Holla. Okay? Prosecutors came, the boy's parents went through his phone one night while he was sleeping and allegedly found a topless selfie of her that she had sent to him. Police, can everybody mute? I'm hearing a little noise in the background. Police say they allegedly found other photos on the phone, including her nude in the shower and others with hickeys on her neck. This chick is sick. Investigators say she allegedly drove the teen to a wooded park at once in June where the alleged assault took place. After the alleged incident, the teen told the police he asked her to buy him another GUN because he couldn't go out without protection. She wrote and bought the GUN with ammunition and gave it to him along with some books for his 14th birthday, according to authority. The pair's relationship continued until July 21st. According to the teen, when he asked her for money and another GUN, that's she gave him $1,000 in cash, but she didn't buy him another GUN, and then they stopped talking. On July 25th, the teen parents called the police to report him missing. His mother told the police he may have been staying at the teacher's home, court documents state. On July 28th, police pulled the teen over while he was carrying the same GUN that she allegedly purchased for him weeks earlier. Police told a school administrator about the allegations about her, so they questioned the suspect, and allegedly she admitted to having the student spend the night at her residence earlier that year, officials say. This girl is sick. I'm going to keep my eye on this story because she needs to be locked up for life. My opinion. Roya, what are your thoughts? Another teacher, this one is going, lost her natural mind. You giving him money, you sleeping with him, and you buying him a GUN with the ammunition? Are you crazy?
Just like this first teacher, we need to go and lock her up, clink as well. You know, I'm a little confused on how this relationship got so far. What are the parents? Where were they at? What were y'all doing? This as far as this relationship has gone, this ain't something that happened in a couple of weeks.
Right.
This is something that happens over the time of a school year. So, you know, my question is as well, you know, where were the parents? What were the parents doing? You know, why is this child, you know, children just do not become attracted to adults. Mm-hmm. Children just don't come into the earth knowing about sexual activities. You know, these are things that they see, that they are learned without, you know, sometimes even being, you know, that you're teaching them that. You know, that's why they always say, be careful what you do around the kids. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you allow them to see. Because sometimes they see things and then they think that those things are appropriate at their age, but it's really not. So I question the parents as well. This teacher is dead wrong completely. There's no question about that. But, you know, I have some questions for the parents as well. Do authorities need to be involved? Are y'all doing what y'all should be doing? As you know, but what else is going on in this household is my question.
Yeah. You know what, Miss Gigi? You know what I think the other problem is, and I said this and I will always say this. I think, and I can't say every single school, but all the teachers I encountered for my son, none of them was getting paid enough money, and it's sad. Not a near one of them. None of them was getting paid enough money. When the teacher has to take on a second job so that they can buy their students stuff for the classroom. And now I will tell you this, the school list will include stuff for the classroom. You got to get them tissues. You got to have wipes. You got to have all this stuff. But even still, when a teacher still has to use their own money to supplement, to have the good stuff they want in their classroom so that they can teach their kids is not fair and is not right. Teachers should be getting paid more money. They should try to recruit more people. And I always, did right by my son's teachers because for the most part, I loved them all. And I understood what they was going through because some people, their kids come to school and they represent the home, and some of the kids are, not all, are menace to society, and the teachers got to deal with it. Wayne, and you go next, and then Roya, I got to grab something. So after Wayne, continue down the line. I'll be right back. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just think she should be prosecuted to the maximum the law allows. She got some issues, and I don't know what kind of therapy they do for that, how long it'll last. She's definitely going to have that scarlet letter on her probably the rest of her life as a registered, which she should, because people need to know who's around their children at all times, because these kids are innocent. And even if she thought if a child was aggressive, you're the adult. You control the situation. So she gone clink clink. That's it.
Period. E, what's your thoughts, honey bun? Listen, I know E, you know about the teaching profession, and you also you have children as well. So what do you think about all of this as a parent, first of all, but then also kind of having the educational background as well?
So for me, what I just told y'all, too many parents ready to ship their kids off to an institute of learning, and they don't even grasp how the institute is conditioning their child to show up in society. This is a Christian school. So let me tell you something. It's no reason for kids to have a teacher's phone number. None. You see this child Monday through Friday. Why do y'all need to talk on the phone? What do y'all need to text about? You got to make it make sense. Kids already have access to teachers' email addresses. To me, that's going too far because again, you're already able to interact in class. So why do you need to have private conversations? I mean, I guess I know that's what we're going to, but to me, that's a little bit too much. I get it, but I don't like it. For me, and I say this each and every time, I speak for me. Whenever I am in close proximity to young people, underage people, I view them as kids, like they're an extension of my kids to me. And so if you're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, any of that and younger, you are a kid. You are a child. Okay. You can't even speak correctly yet. Okay. You don't know how to wash your balls and wipe your own ass correctly. Why would I send you pictures of me in the shower? When Diva said that, I was confused by that. That was so perplexed. It makes no sense. I have to believe that this woman suffered from mental illness because it's nothing. I don't see how a grown woman, you went through so much education, you went through the training, and then to get wrapped up into some 14, 15-year-old boy, and you giving him a pow and the ammunition, that makes no sense to me. It's something wrong with this individual, and she needs to be locked up. This is where my grace ends. I don't have compassion for this type of thing. And this Christian school needs to speak out. They have a responsibility to the community, and they need to explain why instead of producing Christians, they're producing thugs. They need to say something.
Period. Adele, your thoughts?
This is another situation that is just beyond words, but I will try. Unfortunately, this is one of those situations. It's sad because this is when they say the children of the world can sometimes know better than the children of God, and that's so tough. Like, I hate when there's a situation out there that makes the church look even worse at times. And of course, I know that this is not about God, this is about human being choices, right? But for those that don't understand it, they're going to say, oh, look again. Oh, these people are representing God, and no one represents God. God is God all by himself. First of all. But the thing that I'd like to say, yeah, the thing I'd like to say is that at the end of the day, she's obvious there's something wrong with her, but I do believe just like a man would be charged with P, she should be as well. And there obviously needs some help. There needs to be some help in place for her. Like I do believe it's a mental illness when someone is do P file. Or what is, oh, I just said the word anyway. Oh my God. Yeah, but I do believe it's a mental health thing. Because who wants with a child? Like, ugh. But I just pray. I just pray because honestly, when I think about it, as deep as it is, it's like only God can have intercession in these things and heal these kind of wounds. Because this little child right now, with all the things that she has brought into his life, he needs that guidance and protection, and her herself to recover and become a normal part of society. Because she's not that old either, and not be preying on someone else, because my mind is thinking about that she was a victim herself. That's why she's coming now and victimizing him.
You know what? I thought about that too, Adele. I did think about that.
Victims of victims. That's what it is. The cycle needs to be broken. And that's why I believe we cannot go without compassion. If we want peace, if we want love, if we want compassion, we have to live it and we have to show it. And that's why you need it. You cannot let go of it. And even the other story that we just did, it's like,
clean it
please,
up.
Yeah, you have to show it if we want to see it in society and life. The consciousness needs us. It needs us to act it, show it, and live it. Thank you.
You're welcome, because I was going to say, y'all ain't have no compassion for kids.
I did.
Touching the young boys.
She did say.
I'm shutting up. Go ahead, Roy. I'm shutting up.
Yeah,
I was going to fall off my seat.
Oh, I did it right.
You did. I got you, Adele. That's why I said you good. Just clean it on up real quick. You did, honey. You good. In my opinion, honey, you got the children, baby. You don't play.
I ain't got no compassion for this little chick, okay? Let me tell you something. I already found 8 charges on her, okay? She endangered the welfare of a child when she went out and bought him. Okay, she endangered the welfare of a child when she had him at her house. Okay, and then you sleeping with children under the age, that's a crime. Okay, then you texting him, giving him money and stuff. Man, let me tell you something.
2,200 texts.
I'm telling you, that chick needs to be up under the jail cell. Don't give her no justice. That girl need to burn. Okay, you know how they be burning these people. Gentiles down there, hers need to be burnt too then, because evidently she don't know what to do with them. She need to find her a grown man, not a kid. We're not going to go into the schools and start doing kids, okay? Let me tell you something, because if it had been mine, you wouldn't have had to wait for justice. Your justice would have came swiftly.
And in that order, Felicia.
Someone called Stony, Cleo, and the rest of the girls.
All right. So I don't know what it is about Diva and her content, but she likes to bring up these predators. Predators are everywhere. Everywhere. And they come in every shape, gender, age group, location, economic status, religious status, everything. So let this be a wake-up call for those parents who, when they put their children in school, to be aware that there are predators amongst you.
Yeah.
Child predators love to be around children. Now, just as a little offshoot to the folks who's listening, I can't name it, but there's a certain place where children love to go, and so do the predators. So if you're going there, hold your child's hand carefully. And if you're on the ship, be aware. Predators are everywhere. I appreciate, in my opinion, bringing up this piece about the weapon. That really got to me, that she went out and purchased this protective piece. I'm not judging, I'm just thinking. Why does a 14-year-old say he needs not only one, but 2 of these protective pieces? So when Royer said, well, I want to talk to the parents. Well, I'm circling back and saying, okay, so you saw some pictures. Did you see the weapons?
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
And so what is this young person being exposed to?
Yeah, okay.
Right? Because I need not one, but two. And I was given $1,000, and what happened to it? So I really do have concern, because I did look up this school. It's supposed to be a group of schools, and they go on and say that they are strongly based in Christian teaching, and they provide mental health care and a loving, safe, secured environment. So for you folks who got your kids in any of those 6 schools, I would be up there asking some real questions. That's my opinion.
Ooh, I will say, they did claim that the parents found these messages in the phone, and the parents found the pictures in the text. But go ahead, continue, Royer.
Yes. So Sebastian, listen, we know you are a scarred student. So express to us, from the scarred background.
You said a scarred student.
What is this giving? What is it giving?
Everyone knows I have no mercy when it comes to pedophiles, when it comes to anyone who disrespect the sanctity of innocence and children.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all are lucky. Y'all are saying jail time. Y'all are saying this. I'm not saying jail time. I'm saying something else. A lot of y'all always praise countries that take the life of people who SA someone. I think this is what needs to happen to this woman. When you touch children, I don't have mercy for you anymore in life. You need to be done. Your time in our society needs to be done.
Wow.
I actually live in a town where there are 50 of these people around me in a 3-mile radius.
Wow.
Yes, I found out recently just by typing in my zip code on the registry list. You can do that. Y'all better do that. Parents, please do that if you have kids. I have no mercy when you touch children at all. None. No. No mercy. And I feel like the only reason why we're having all mercy for this woman is because she's a woman. Because we all know, I'm just saying the truth. I feel if this was a man, we would all be saying, chop it off, do all these things as they should. Well, no, I don't believe in chopping off. I believe in chopping the cord that connects their heart off, not anything else. I don't believe in the chopping of the genitalia off. I believe in chopping the cord that connects your veins and arteries off. And that's when we can truly, when you're completely off this planet, that's when it's okay. Please, parents, look at your registry list near you. Look at those counties. This is disgusting. This is very disgusting.
Yeah.
Sadly, I have a cousin who was groomed by a teacher in their teens. Come to find out, they had a child afterwards. He's a boy. The teacher was a female.
Wow. Not expecting that. My condolences to your cousin for that happening to him. And we live in a reckless world, and like Felicia said, no place is safe. There's no place like home, and sometimes your home ain't even safe. So that's why we have to do our due diligence as the community, as the village, to look out for one another, to make sure that the teachers are doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing, and not the extra foolishness that's been going on. So that's really, really just So sorry to hear about that, Sebastian, but thank you for your thoughts. Miss Regina,
Yes. Well, I guess I'm gonna be a ghetto mess because I would have went in there and like pulled up to sis house. I got an MP myself. Like it would have just been on and popping. Like I don't have no mercy like everybody else say. I don't
Come on,
understand
Regina.
that at all. Like IMO said, I Diva, you know me from another show, and you spoke some life into me on that show, and I started trying to change up like how I'm doing stuff. But my clozapam gonna have to be like 0.5 milligrams for me to like handle something like that in real life. Like I cannot, the way that my anxiety, my depression is set up, I'm not good with that.
Yeah.
You know, and my sons will tell you, my sons will tell you too. I'm not scared of like people in the world. I'm
Yeah.
scared of what my mother would do. Like when I tell you that the conversation that you had with me, it really made me look at stuff, Diva. I'm being honest. It made me look at stuff different and slow down a little bit because I really hadn't had that conversation. I had it spoken to me like you told me. But my God, I swear on everything I love, he would have to be with me on something like this.
Yeah.
I don't care if it happened to her in her past. If you know me, you know I don't do that. So to me, I have no compassion. I have no understanding. Like I want to put my hands on you in the worst way, touch you on your lifeline, make a happy meal unhappy, like all the way there. That's how far I want to go. That's how I feel about it.
You said make a happy meal unhappy.
Okay.
Regina, my sister, man, we speaking the same language. We see each other.
You know what though.
Out of the happy meal. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, though, when it comes to the kids and you messing with the innocence of their life, that's hard. And I say a lot of things, and I really do my best, stand by everything I say. But again, there are a lot of situations until you're in it, you're not really sure for sure how you're gonna handle it. And to touch someone's kid, and you are the teacher, just to touch somebody's kid, period.
Right.
But to be the teacher, and this is what you're doing, to be the teacher, and you giving my kid $1,000 to be the teacher, and you giving my kid a deadly weapon that can cause them to go to jail for the rest of their life is if they handle that thing wrong or something like that. And you gave them the weapon and the ammunition. Like, girl, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Hey, Regina, on a side note, you know what? I'm really glad that I touched you when I spoke to you.
You did, because like it made me like tear up now because I was so angry. And like when I hear this stuff, I can just feel the emptiness or the hurt in that kid, even if they don't understand it. I'm telling y'all, I was facing time. You hear what I'm talking about? Like time. Because of stuff that I couldn't deal with. Thank God that the judges and stuff had mercy. You know what I'm saying? And locked me up in a hospital to get my mind right. But to me, when it's hard for me to have compassion for people like that. Right. You know, but what you taught me and what I learned from you that day was you are trying to save your kids and your family. But if you go and do this dumbass thing, who's going to be there for your kids? Yeah. That sounds like somebody should have told me that a long time ago, but I was on like 1,000 when we was talking. So when I really thought about it and I looked at my kids and the situation where I was at that present time, it was like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. But this kind of stuff right here will make a person take that time. Yeah. Because I really don't feel like I could handle that. And I thank the Lord that the Lord has blessed me not to have to go through that with my kids. And like, my sons are amazing. awesome guys. Like if any of your daughters ever meet one of my sons
you better tell them.
college, like they gonna be straight. The mother-in-law, I'm with this, you know, I got their back. You know what I'm
You
saying?
go. You better talk to the people. You better talk to the people. Let them know about your peoples in these streets, okay?
You know, so I'm just trying to be better. But that's
Yeah.
Diva, that's why I followed you. And that's why I tune into your show every day and I listen to everybody. I don't agree with everybody all the time, but I learn something every single time I listen to y'all. Adele is like the preacher lady to bring the peace. IMO, I feel her, like I could get angry and she understand. Royale keep us calm. Mr. Wayne giving the dad opinion. Like everybody got something to like bring, and for somebody like coming from my past, I appreciate it. I really do.
No, we love you too.
You. Oh, come on, in my opinion. That's right. We do. We appreciate you. And you know what? I'm always glad, no matter what conversation we have here, even when we talk about the housewives, sometimes we trend off into real life stuff. And that's the part I appreciate, because like I said, if we help one person, we doing good.
Hello.
We doing good. And Regina, I appreciate you sharing. And I'm so glad that you said, you know what, let the people know, honey. Y'all run into my peoples, my kids, honey. Your daughter's gonna be good. And we need, you know, more of this out in the world, that, you know, when you bump into these young ladies and young men, they're gonna make for a good mate, because that's going to help the bigger world get better and better and better, instead of having a lot of angry people, a lot of hurt people, a lot of, you know, hurt people in the world is what causes all of this chaos. People just pushing people on the tracks.
Yeah.
On the train, like all of that. So I appreciate you, Regina.
And Regina, before we move on real quick, we just want to give a shout out to your growth, honey, because it takes a big person to acknowledge that they have had growth and to see your growth. So congratulations on your growth and keep growing, you know, one day at a time, boo.
And remember, you always loved over here, baby.
Yes. And I ain't pay Regina.
That wasn't the question though, Diva. We were asking you what Candy paying you.
Go ahead, Warrior. Carry
Listen,
on,
okay, Julius, you said you ain't got time for the foolery, so let us know the time that you don't have for this foolery.
Listen, where's Stony, Cleo, and the two others of the Two Live crew at? Because it's going down.
That's me all in one.
It's down. Like, it ain't, listen, it's called On Site for a reason. On and then, listen, you don't mess with my kid. And the thing about it is, and I'm working on like calming my voice down. I know y'all can tell. I am a survivor of SA. Not once but twice. And when I hear chicks like this, it raises my blood pressure. Because I know the game she played. And it's like, my heart breaks for that young man. Because now he's going to feel like, he's probably looking to his mom and his dad like, Mom and Daddy, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know. Even though I got questions, you know, friend, Roy or friend, we same with that. I got questions. But I'm being on a prayerful wave that they immediately got that boy into therapy and say, we are not mad at you. Talk to us. Because I'm telling you right now, that young man, he probably thought he was the big dog on campus. Like, he thought he was like, you know, You know what I mean?
I do.
He got the
I do.
teacher. Yeah.
Running stuff, yeah.
I do.
Like he not and he didn't realize she knew better.
Yeah, or was supposed to, right?
So I say get that
Let's go.
the therapy, and once that baby's out the way, scripture says scripture talks about bearing the rod, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's time to inflict the rod.
All right, that's a lot.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Julius. Let me say this really quickly before we move on. And Julius, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And yes, Regina and Julius and everybody, thanks for sharing. It's so much psychological stuff that goes on in the person that this happens to. And you steal their innocence away along with so many other things. And a lot of them deal with it for the rest of their lives. It can potentially mess with their intimacy for the rest of their lives. Some of them become very reserved, and
Sure
some
does.
of them become very promiscuous. And it has nothing to do with them individually. It has everything to do with what they went through, and they don't know how to process it. Some of them end up blaming themselves, like, why didn't I say no? Why didn't I try to stop it? Why didn't I try to tell anybody? So we can have a whole conversation about just that subject, like in and of itself. Like on another day, it would be like a long live, but it's so sad the amount that they take away from that person by doing that. And you even see with Judge Hatchett, 72 years old, and she said she couldn't get out her bed because she couldn't even believe that happened to her. And she's an adult, right? Imagine a kid trying to process this. It's very sad. And I have no compassion for a person who does this to somebody. And I just feel like you stole so much. R. Kelly, yes, there's so many out there. You stole so much from an innocent child who now their whole life is changed because of what you did. And a lot of these people, they groom the child. And Julius, you made a really good point. He doesn't even know the impact of what happened to him really yet.
Right.
Because he's thinking he's the big dog on campus. I was with the teacher. She gave me money. Because, you know, at that age, you know, they running their mouth and telling, listen, people, a GUN. And then one of her friends was like, see if you can get her to get you another one so you can give it to me. And that's when he went back and was like, can I get another one? She's sending the new pictures. 2,200 texts.
And when it clicks, he's gonna have such a breakdown that he's even gonna push his parents away because he's gonna feel like nobody can love him, not even his support system. The second time it happened to me, and when the universe I call it a radical interference on my behalf stepped in, it provided me an outlet to say what was going on. And it took tons of reassurance of the yin yang. But let me tell you something else. He still has a chance to make it. Is he gonna have the triggers? Absolutely. Is he gonna have the triggers? Absolutely. Gonna be feeling reserved? Absolutely. But let me tell you something wrong. Let me tell you something now. There is nothing wrong with having the feeling of being reserved, because guess what? You can observe. You have a very raw, clear way of just observing someone's actions, and you'll be able to trust your gut more when it signals to you, no, stay away from this person.
Yeah. Woo. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. This I don't know. I think first of all, with the schools, They need to pay these teachers more.
Mhm.
And they definitely got to do a little more close observation of a lot of these teachers, but they also need to send, I feel like, standard documents home telling the parents, things to watch out for, look out for, and how your child should never be alone with certain teachers or whatever. And teach the parents, since all these kids have cell phones now, teach the parents how to put different parameters on those kids' cell phones so they can see everything. My son is 18. His debit card, every time he spends, Roy here to tell you, boom, it hit my phone. And when I don't know what it is, I'm calling him. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Okay, put those things on the phone. I told him, and he's trying to fight me too for now. But I told him, before you get on that campus, I need to track on your phone.
Mhm.
Because I got to track you. It's not about me being in your business, know where you at, but I do got to know where you at.
Mhm.
Because, I don't want to go too far off the track, but there's this young student. He graduated. He got a job. I think it was for Netflix. He's missing now. Engineering student. He's missing now. He got in the Uber. His sister had a tracker. Somebody in the family had a tracker on his phone. The last tracker was at the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's where his phone is. And they're still looking for him to this day. I may add that story to tomorrow's trending topic. I don't know, because it touched it like my heart is broken. Like, this kid is missing out of thin air. I'm like, how do you get in the Uber and nobody knows where you are now? He only did, I think, 1 day of work. Y'all could Google that story. I'm gonna close out, and we're gonna literally have 60 seconds for this last story. But I'm gonna do it because I cut it off from yesterday's trending topics. We got a millionaire who was about to get married, and he had a whole big engagement party. I mean, everybody was there. 150 people were there, and he went up to do his speech, and the future bride was standing next to him, and he had himself a piece of paper. Okay, he had himself a document, reading off of it, talking about how she was cheating, how she obviously is in love with the other man, and he told her go with her, go with him and have fun. Okay, and the people was embarrassed. She was embarrassed, and now she's talking about it was psychological warfare on her, and she's ready to sue him. Girl, you don't think it was psychological warfare on him, that he think he's about to marry you and you was cheating on him? And he also accused her of taking almost $1 million out of their joint account without his knowledge. He was pissed. So we're gonna look at this real quick, and we're gonna go around and boom, boom, bang, guys, because y'all ain't gonna keep me here 3-4 hours now. So let's get into this man right here, the millionaire, honey. He was pissed. Now listen, when I go, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the video, but he's talking in Italian, so you're not gonna understand. So the millionaire claims fiance is a cheater in a speech at the glam engagement party. That is him. That's her standing right next to him, and she was in shock. And but he spoke. He said what he said. Now, like I said, I'm gonna play the 45 seconds, but remember, it's in Italian, so you're not gonna understand. But I'll let you know what he said in a minute. Oh, why is it not playing? Oh, now it doesn't want to play. Oh, shoot. All right, I don't know why it didn't play, but that's all right. We'll skip it. We can't hear his thing. Oh, why? I'm trying to get out of it.
Welcome.
I don't want to do that. Okay, wait, let me stop sharing for a minute, and then I'll go back. I'm just going to read the article because I don't know why it's acting up.
Make sure you hit that like button on this video. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you subscribe to Divas members only as well.
Thank you, Roy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share again because I think I got it back up. We're going to go through this really quickly. All right, so here, the millionaire fiance is a cheater in a speech at a glam engagement party, okay? So that's not a more, oh, here it is. Okay, let's see if we can.
Tutto pagato, così come pagato il viaggio in Vietnam anche con tua figlia, una splendida di seria ragazza che davvero mi dispiace debba essere toccata da questa situazione. Ti confermo la mia stima
You got the
lavorativa
nerve to look
e
at her.
vorrai al tuo ritorno
She's stupid. She stood there. I would have left.
una collaborazione professionale. Invece la nostra storia insieme finisce stasera. Ti auguro di essere felice col tuo nuovo compagno e di continuare a brillare
Next
nella
serious
vita.
reading. Drops the mic.
Scusate e buonanotte.
He probably said, have fun. Okay, so look, the millionaire banker has been caught on camera accusing his fiancee of being a cheater at their glitzy engagement party in northern Italy. He's 64. He took the microphone and 150 high society guests at the engagement event, okay, earlier this month to slam his bride-to-be, Christina, and she's 47, saying he refused to be a cuckold, whatever that is, right? While she supposedly embarked on a affair. And he said, I want to give Christina the freedom to love, specifically to love another person, a notable lawyer who she clearly cares about more than me. Okay. During his mic drop moment, which was recorded by one well-heeled attendee, dear Christina, I know how much you are in love with him mentally and sexually. Good gosh. He said, I knew that before you had a relationship with an industrialist acquaintance. The banker father blasted, claiming she was a serial cheater. Don't think it pleases me to look like a cockeyed in front of all of you, okay? Christina is so good at telling her truth that I couldn't leave her alone to narrate the reason why I'm ending our life together tonight, he claimed. Okay, it's the story of infidelity, even premarital. I'm so disappointed. He said, I'm heartbroken. All right. So he said, she was standing there right beside him as he read his scathing speech off a piece of paper, was seen trying to keep straight face in front of the guests as her alleged affair was exposed. However, she has since hit back, calling her attorneys and saying she was has possible plans to sue him for reputation damage and very serious attacks on social media. Meanwhile, he has given multiple interviews to local media since the humiliating engagement speech went viral in Italy. Okay, in one interview, she described the speech as psychological violence and meticulously planned revenge. Okay, in the second sit down, she thought that Sergio had gone crazy and may have even manipulated her. Meanwhile, the millionaire baker has publicly accused her of stealing $760,000 from one of his accounts following the shocking speech. Okay. She denied that claim, saying the sum was consensually transferred while they were still engaged. The blonde beauty is a businesswoman in her own right and has been involved in Italian politics in the past. Okay, she owns part of his companies. This was a whole hot mess, but that brother said, "Not today, boo," and he told that in front of 150 of their guests. Okay. And dropped the mic. I wouldn't have sat there for the public beatdown. I would have left. Royer, quickly, what are your thoughts? Are you there, Royer? Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to Royer. Okay, Wayne, what are your thoughts?
I agree. She got just what she deserved. I'd rather have a broken heart than a broken pocket or a broken bank account.
I know that's right. She got to go.
That was just perfect. That's revenge best served cold.
Woo! Ooh,
All
okay.
Right,
boom. Eve, what are your thoughts? He embarrassed her.
Well, Diva, a cuckold is a man whose wife is being unfaithful to him. Because I know you said you don't know what that meant. But I agree. I stand with this woman. It was premeditated what he did. He planned to embarrass her. If she took the $700,000+ from his account, I say good. That's good. Because had it been me, it would have been much, much, much more. And I think she should sue him because here's the thing. You're 60-something years old. You went and got someone almost 20 years younger than you. You preyed on this woman and you didn't have the tools necessary to sexually fulfill her. So at this point, he should have just took that on the chin. You know, this is a part of the game. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got to come because girls want to have fun too. So no, I stand with this woman, and I hope that she gets more than that $700,000+. Get them, girl.
Please pick me next to speak.
Okay, I'll go this way. Go 1 second, Adele. I'll go this way. Go ahead.
My mic is working for the.
Okay, let us speak, Sebastian, because her mic
Yeah,
is working.
sure.
Go ahead, Adele.
I was so proud of myself that from 12th grade English class that I remember from Othello that a cuckold was a man cheating on him because Othello killed his wife Desdemona for cheating on him when Iago said that he was a
Well, thank
cuckold.
you for the information. Y'all paying attention is cool.
I just wanted to say that. I'm so proud of myself. But
I'm proud
anyways,
of you
I was
too.
just busted. That's all I can say.
Busted. Okay, go ahead, Sebastian.
Okay. Sorry, my TV's on. Sorry. Let me just okay.
Mhm.
So sorry. But yeah. When you want to be a hoe and an itch, when you want to be a hoe and an itch, someone is always watching. And if someone's not watching, the Lord is. And the Lord made sure that your husband caught on it quick to make sure he did not sign no legal obligation with you.
That's true.
No marital tie with you.
Mhm.
Some of y'all are saying, or not some of y'all, East mentioned that maybe he wasn't swinging it well at 64. Well, let me just say this. She knew what she was getting herself into when you're getting married and you're marrying an older man.
Facts.
Also, there are men at that age who can swing it well as well without medication. Scientifically, it's been proven. Eating healthy is a good way, by the way. Don't go to the pill yet. Don't go popping pills, guys. There's eating healthy and exercising can still make sure you have one.
Facts.
But when you want to be one, when you want to be an itch, and when you want to be a 3 or 4, you got to accept the consequences. The same way that we make side pieces accept the consequences, these ones got to accept consequences too.
You better bring that thing full circle.
It's the truth. The side pieces and hoes have to accept consequences for their actions. And you decided to cheat on a man who had money. You don't do that type of stuff. This was a banker. You were probably gonna bank so many Benjamins.
On Sebastian, I can't
No.
I got seconds left.
The poor people don't have the resources to do these investigations and stuff. That's the sad part. But this man had resources, Diva. He can do those investigations. You don't try to outsmart this man. He can be your senior, he can be your adult, he can be your grandparent, and he can make sure that he catches you when you're doing these type of nonsense. Shame on you, lady. Shame on you. And
Shame
look
on
at
you.
you.
But I will say
Now
this:
you are known as the neighborhood hoe in Italy.
But I will say this: he did tell her you can also go on the vacation. You can go on the honeymoon because it's already paid for it. When you see the whole speech is wild. Google it, Felicia.
Hey, thank you, Diva.
You're welcome.
I was watching the video. It looks like they both had a very good time at the party. His sleeves was all unraveled. His shirt was all open. He looked sweaty. He looked a little tipsy. She looked like she'd been drinking and dancing. And so I'm glad they had a good time before the relationship was broken off.
Amen. All the money ain't go to waste. You can tell. You know what? God bless her though. I wouldn't have stood there. I would have been like, ooh. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, we're not gonna sit here and call her a itch, okay? First of all, let's do that. Secondly, if she knew she didn't want to be married, then you shouldn't get in a relationship with somebody. I don't understand these people that say they want to be married and then they don't want to be faithful. Don't try to get married if you ain't trying to be faithful.
Boom. That's it, and that's all. Julius, your thoughts?
Ooh, Lordy. When I first heard this, I'm like, okay, there's that. Like, honestly, opinion said it. It's not even just marriage. Don't get a relationship, period. I don't care if you male, female, straight, bi, gay, pan, your relationship style, poly, non-monogamy, whatever. It don't matter.
You better drop all the titles.
Because I'm going to tell you this. Because the 3 foundational things to the relationship is the same.
Yeah.
Respect for your partner,
Come on now.
communication,
Okay.
trust building. Those three things are
Wait,
the
oh, wait,
same.
hold on,
No
hold
matter
on. 'Cause I
what.
heard respect, right? Communication. What was the other one?
Constant trust building.
Okay, come on. You better go ahead and write that book. You giving the 3 foundational.
Folks
Come on now.
folks don't want to hear the truth.
Okay. Ooh.
They only want to hear the flavor of what they want to hear. So
Ooh.
we just gonna call a spade and say what it is.
You better talk. Okay, now I appreciate that. He done dropped the knowledge, honey. Okay, respect, communication, and constant building on the relationship. And don't get in one if you don't want to be in one. I heard that, Julius. Thank you. Regina, what's your thoughts?
Okay, I just want to say, first of all, to everybody that was sending me the comments in the chat, thank you. I'm not depressed or anything. Those are tears of like happiness. But to this lady here, in my Snoop Dogg voice, we don't love them hoes. So like I really don't care.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Yeah, that's my 60 seconds, Diva.
Well, I appreciate you, Roy. You closing us out and close us all the way out, because if I get to talking after you, you know how that goes. So I'm gonna shut up. You closing us out. Go ahead, Roy.
Listen, I think Medea said it best. She can't turn no hoe into no housewife. Y'all remember to hit the like button, comment your thoughts and
That
opinions
part.
down below. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time Auntie Diva goes live. And also subscribe to her members only. I want to say it's like $2.99 a month. So go on and do that. You can afford it. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. And share. It's been a beautiful Wednesday.
Yes,
Remember to stay positive, stay happy. Hit the like button. This train is pulling in for its final stop.
Hey.
Choo-choo. And
Good night,
listen,
everybody.
guys, go subscribe to Roy's channel. That's my boy, that's my nephew right there. I talk to him all the day, all time. Okay, he's good people. Thank you for co-hosting for me, Roy. I love you and appreciate you. Thank you, everybody on the panel, because without y'all, there is no conversation. Okay, so listen. Roy, throw your information in the chat there. I think you threw it earlier. Throw it in there again. Go over to Roy's channel, like, subscribe, and become a member. Come on now. Thank you, guys. Good night, and that's all. Goodbye.
Bye.